All right, good Wednesday evening. Here's your nightly weather update from 12 News. Thankfully, a much quieter night tonight than we had yesterday when we had all that severe weather, even a couple of tornado touchdowns over parts of the Pine Belt. Right now, we still do have a brisk north and west wind out there. The wind funneling in between low pressure up in the Great Lakes and high pressure over parts of Texas. Now, the storm is moving out, the high pressure is moving in, and as it gets closer to us, our winds are going to be relaxing a bit as we get into the overnight. So once we get past midnight, it won't be as breezy, and skies will also be clear. In fact, there you see the clouds moving out. We did have a few clouds today wrapping around that area of low pressure, but that's done, so the rest of the night will be clear. Here's a look at the damage reports, though, from yesterday's storm, and they were mostly in central and in south Mississippi. Most of these wind damage reports, some of those actually not associated with the thunderstorms. It was so breezy even before the squall line of storms moved in that we actually had some damage just from non-thunderstorm winds earlier in the afternoon. But when the squall line came through, it did produce a couple of tornado warnings, and we did get a couple of confirmations from surveys from the National Weather Service out of Mobile. One was in northern Wayne County. It had actually hit the same area that we had an EF3 tornado a couple of weeks ago. This one, an EF2 tornado with 127 mile per hour winds. Unfortunately, there were some injuries and there was some structural damage. I think at least 3 houses completely destroyed in that tornado. That's the one that you see right there south of Meridian, that tornado icon in northern Wayne County. Otherwise, here in the metro, just some trees down and some wind damage. There was that death, though, in Madison County because of power lines. Unfortunately, somebody electrocuted there when those power lines were down because of the high winds. All right, let's take a look at our weather for this evening. Again, it's going to be cooling down behind our front. 51 degrees is our current temperature. It is now about 8:45. It's dry again behind the front as those winds pick up from the northwest. The air is, of course, going to be dry coming in from that direction. We actually could see a wind chill first thing in the morning. Temperatures are going to be back down into the 30s, and there's going to be a little bit of wind, although not as strong as we're seeing right now. We're getting wind gusts in the 20 mile per hour range. It's going to be down to about, let's say, 10 to 15 miles per hour tomorrow morning. And those are wind gusts. Sustained winds are going to be lower than that. So we're expecting temperatures to be in the mid-30s first thing Thursday morning. Shave a couple of degrees off for the wind chills. So yeah, it's going to be cold to start the day tomorrow. You'll have to dress in layers headed out. And it's going to be cool overall, even though we are expecting full sunshine from start to finish. Your high temperatures are going to be in the upper 50s to low 60s across central and south Mississippi. So, of course, our weather maker is the high pressure coming in behind the front as it settles right in over the Gulf Coast. That because the high pressure is going to be close to us, we're not going to see very much wind out of that tomorrow. So it's going to be a relatively quiet day. Full sunshine, no wind out there, and cool temperatures. But as the high pressure moves east of us, those winds are going to start to turn back in from the south. We're also going to see increasing clouds ahead of the next rainmaker, which is coming in over the weekend. The good news is we do not anticipate any severe weather with the weekend storm. So here's a look at the next couple of days. Notice a lot of sun Thursday, just a few high-level clouds late in the day. Then Friday, clouds will be increasing. Don't expect any rain Friday. It's going to hold off until Saturday. The front's going to come in from the north, and the moisture coming in from the south is going to meet it. But right now, we're just looking at scattered showers, about a 50% chance. There may be a thunderstorm or two in the mix, but they should stay below severe weather limits. Saturday, though, is our day for rain. Some of the rain showers could linger into the second half of the weekend, especially early Sunday. So overall, not going to be a great weekend. Temperatures are going to be cool. There's going to be rain in the forecast for both days. And it's going to be a short weekend because of the time change. We spring forward Saturday night. But the dry weather will be back for Monday, and actually most of next week actually looks really good. So your forecast for this evening, still a little bit breezy this evening, but then after midnight, those winds relax. We're going to see clear skies, about 36 first thing in the morning. And then tomorrow, notice just a light northwest wind, sunny skies, a high temperature in Jackson, about 59 degrees. Your sun setting at a few minutes after 6 o'clock. So cool and sunny Thursday, clouds increasing Friday with a south wind. Temperature's going to start to warm up. We'll be in the mid-70s. Then the rain comes in, and that's going to put a damper on those temperatures. I think we'll be in the 60s for highs, 50% chance of rain Saturday, and then Sunday we'll take that down to about 10%. Saturday, of course, we're going to change the clocks. We're going to spring forward 1 hour. Technically, daylight saving time begins early Sunday morning, but of course we all know we change those clocks before we go to bed Saturday night. So we know the rule. We fall back, we spring forward. So because we're going forward an hour, we're going to lose an hour this weekend. We're going to lose an hour of sleep. That's not great. But at least the sun does not go down until after 7 o'clock, beginning Sunday. Notice the sunset is going to be at 4 minutes after 7 on Sunday, March the 9th. And also, just a reminder, this is a good time to check your smoke detector batteries. As long as you do that a couple of times a year, you should be okay there. All right, let's take a look at our weather after the weekend. And again, next week looks fantastic, really nice and spring-like. We're going to be in the 40s in the morning, but your temperature's warming through the 70s in the afternoon. I think we could actually be close to 80 degrees by next Wednesday and Thursday with just a stray shower right around midweek. So that's the latest. Good news is no major storms headed our way, just a little bit of rain over the weekend. The time is going to change, so we're going to get that extra hour of daylight starting Sunday. Meteorologist Roberto Zamora is going to be here tomorrow morning with your morning update, and Megan Hanna is going to be here tomorrow evening, and then Austin Powell will be here over the weekend. All right, have a good day.